Okie doke. Hello everyone, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for returning and welcome back. My name is Katza, and we're just going to jump into it because actions speak louder than words, and I just do too much blubbering to start off with anyways. These readings are spirit-led, and that's all I'm going to say. So before I begin, I always start with a really quick prayer. So okay, right out the gate, before I even stopped my prayer, I was being told you're doing too much. You're doing too much. This collective, you're doing too much. You're taking on too much all at once. It's not that you shouldn't do something, and it's not that you can't do something. It's that you're spreading yourself way too thin. And they're showing me you're spreading yourself way too thin. You have all these ideas. You've got all these concepts, these beliefs, things like that. That you're trying to manifest and bring into reality, but it's just you are taking on way too much. You're doing way too much. You're trying to do everything all at once. There's a message here of, I'm hearing like separating it out or splitting it up. Excuse me, I am still getting over a cough. So my apologies, but there's a message here of like separating or splitting it up, like splitting up these large tasks that you have into smaller, more manageable tasks, and focusing on one or two things and not trying to do everything at once, because nothing is going to get completed if you do everything at once. That's what I'm hearing. Nothing's getting completed if you do everything at once. So instead, let's focus on the thing that is the largest priority now, or the thing, because for some of you, the problem is that you have something that is a main priority. And then for some of you, you have something that's like a secondary priority, but the thing that's a secondary priority is a lot faster to get out there. So there's a lot about prioritization that's coming through right out of the gate for this collective. I don't know if that's going to be the whole reading, but there's definitely a message here about bringing more prioritization and stopping spreading yourself so thin. Okay. I'm also hearing that for some of you, this is affecting your relationships. They're not specifying what type of relationship, so I'm not sure if this is like a romantic relationship or your friendship or like family relationships, or like if you've got a different career and you're doing like a side hustle, if it's impacting that. But I just heard that this is affecting your relationships, and yeah, it's affecting your relationships. I'm told to just leave it there. I'm told don't read into it. Don't read into it. So that might be a message there for someone. Okay. What do we got here right out of the gate? Yeah, 9 of Wands coming up right out of the gate. Okay. This is the immediate energy that I was getting before we even was this 9 of Wands energy. This energy of like you are standing there and you've got all these wands and you're trying to do everything all at once, and you're trying to do it to be successful and have everything. This is you. This is this collective right now. This is a very good depiction, a very good representation. This is you. You're standing here. You've got all these wands that you've been going down against, right? Are going up against, sorry. And that's you. That's what's happening. That's what's going on here. There's definitely this sense too, for like you've had a lot of setbacks, you've had a lot of challenges, you've gone up against a lot of things. Okay, there's definitely this sense of like that, like it just keeps like feeling like you like, okay, well, what's gonna happen next, right? We have the Star card. This card came up reversed. It's one of the few cards that when I read it, typically whether it's upright or it's reversed, it's not actually got an alleged negative meaning. The Star really talks about renewing and changing and moving forward, right? In the tarot, the star comes after the tower card, right? So we've had the tower, everything's come down, and now the star is like this renewed person, this renewed sense of energy. There's definitely this sense here though that you've made small changes to how you're seeing things and how you're doing things, but it's not enough to really fully get you out of this energy. It's not enough to get you out of that state. There's still needing to be mindful and careful of overworking yourself. Small steps right out of the gate. Yeah, the Fool. Some of you came into like a project or a relationship or some sort of like endeavor thinking that it was going to be this like very simple thing. Like you were like, oh, this is going to be so easy. I'm just going to go and it's going to, pop. And then I'm going to have it out there. And you've realized now that this has actually turned into like a massive project. This is actually a massive endeavor, right? There's a sense here also of bringing creativity back with the Fool card coming up, bringing in this new energy, bringing in creativity again, bringing in this new light, bringing in this new feeling, this new endeavor, but refocusing, like seeing it from a different angle, seeing it through a child's lens, seeing it through not letting this Nine of Wands energy that's a little bit overbearing and can be overbearing and is like all encompassing this collective's life right now, not letting that continue to do that, and instead coming in and trying to look at things with a different mindset, right? Some of you I'm hearing need to write out like the problems. Some of you need to like write out, if you write out the problems, the solution will come to you. You need to like write it out, let it go, right? There's a lot of stuff that's on this collective's mind that is, you need to write it out, let it go. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. High Priestess, yeah. Very intuitive, very transformative, right? Very much in this mindset. This collective has the ability to see the big picture here. Okay, with this depiction of the High Priestess, she's sitting in front of like a crystal ball. And she's got the cards and she's got her familiar and she's looking at it and she's able to, theoretically, she's able to divine into and scry into like the situation, see things in this situation. Some of you need to trust your intuition a little bit more, but more importantly, you guys need to focus on the long-term plan. You need to focus on what's coming. You need to focus on what's coming out and what's going to be here and what's coming to fruition. Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords has always been a card that I find, for me, when I read it, is really fluid. And it's Knight of Swords reversed. There's definitely, like, guys really are, this collective really is working on changing their mindset. They're really are working on trusting themselves more. But I think part of this, like, burnout energy that's coming through with this Nine of Wands here is that you are focusing too much on having everything right now. You want it done now. You don't want to wait. You don't want to go through the process. It's a journey, not a destination. You don't want to do that. And you've had enough. Like, you're like, okay, like, enough's enough. Some of you, crows could be really significant. Hawks could also be significant for some of you. Some of you have been dealing with people who are, okay. I'm going to read this two ways. And we're just going to stop here, pause here for a second. Some of you have been dealing with people in your life that have not been truthful with you, that have not been honest with you. Some of you have just come to this realization that you are being cheated on. Some of you, there is all this chaos in your life right now where you didn't trust your intuition in your relationship. You didn't trust what you knew. And the Knight of Swords coming up, and then we've got the Lovers here and the Seven of Swords. Some of you in this collective, you've got so much of this chaos and this Nine of Wands, not because of a new endeavor. Well, I guess it is partially because of a new endeavor, but because you're having to rebuild your life after being betrayed by a partner. Okay. Some of you have been cheated on. Straight up. Some of you are currently being cheated on at the time that you will be watching this, right? Again, High Priestess, trust in your intuition. If you have an inkling that something might be off, sit down and have that discussion. Hey, right? There's a very solid message here of if you're currently being cheated on, and you're going to know if this resonates, that just communicate it. Just say, hey, are you seeing, like, be straight with me. Are you seeing other people? Yes and no. I already know you are. So, like, just be straight with me. Communicate it. Don't create the drama. Don't get all up in arms. Create it. Okay, or communicate it. Sorry. I don't know. Why did I say create it? That's interesting. Communicate it. My apologies. Communicate it, all right? Definitely there, but unfortunately there is that energy of relationships splitting up, relationships going awry, someone not being trustworthy or honest in a relationship, hiding something in a relationship, right? Also, I do want to say that if this isn't cheating, and this isn't like you're like, well, I'm single, I'm not cheating. This could also be indicative of if you're hiding things from, say, friend groups or relationships in your family, things of that nature, about what it is you're doing, or your feelings, or you're not being forthright to other people. You're not being forthright about what it is that you feel or concerns you have with other people. That also could potentially be a secondary message for some people in this collective. But for the most part, unfortunately, there's this feeling of cheating that's coming through here in a relationship. And this has created a level of chaos as well. If it's not cheating, okay, because for some of you, this is not a relationship. This is more of like, I've started this new endeavor. I'm overwhelmed. I'm trying to do too much at once. I'm trying to, like, run a business, but I work full time, and I'm also juggling kids, and I'm trying to do all this stuff, and I've got all these ideas and I don't know what to do. It's really about alchemizing. The Lovers also deals with alchemy and alchemizing, bringing things out into fruition, alchemizing the energy. So taking this energy of chaos and alchemizing it into something that can be productive and calming, and in a sense, I'm hearing nourishing, which is a strange way to depict this, but nourishing for you. Alchemizing the energy, that's also something that the Lovers deals with, is an alchemization energy, this transitioning of things, okay, this changing of things, alchemizing your situation. So, okay, you need more time to do things. How can you alchemize your time, change your time up, move things around, that sort of energy as well. And then if that's the case, the Seven of Swords here for this collective, that's dealing with that, more of that energy and not the relationship side of things, would be about not being honest with yourself about your current situation. And some of you have been lying to yourself, lying about to yourself, trying to fool yourself about what you're not what you're capable of. Sorry, let me rephrase that. What you have time for in a realistic sense of things. It's not that you're not capable of doing something. It's not that you're not capable of creating something or bringing something to fruition or juggling everything. It's about you not being honest with yourself about how many hours are in the day and what is a realistic expectation to have about that. Deck. Ace of Cups. Yeah, emotions, energy, a state of calm. There's really this dichotomy here that I'm seeing. And I'm being told this is where I'm going to leave this reading off, between this Nine of Wands energy and this Ace of Cups energy, right? The Ace of Cups energy is this very calming energy. It's about bringing in calm and peace and changing mindsets and how you view emotions and emotional maturity and stepping into emotional maturity. Whereas this Nine of Wands energy is very, very frazzled. it's very, very out there. It's very all over the place. It's very frazzled. It's very not grounded. Whereas this Ace of Cups energy is much more grounded, much more present. You're learning to honor your emotions more. You're learning to honor and express your feelings more in a more healthy space. Okay, instead of lying to yourself about what it is that you feel or how you want to approach a situation, there's this level of honoring what it is that you feel, honoring what it is that's going on, whether this is mentally or emotionally. Cups sometimes does deal with mentality. I know Swords is always the sign that's associated with mentality and mindset, but Cups also deals with that, because your emotions also to an extent are also a mindset. So there's definitely also this sense with this collective of having to really just honor your emotional state, honor the fact that many of you are burnt out, honor the fact that you're mentally all over the place and you're not organized and you're not sure where to go next. I'm really hearing for this collective crows or ravens. Pay attention to when you see crows and ravens, because that's going to be a sign from spirit about what it is you need to focus on, where you should be putting your energy in that moment. Crows and ravens. Someone here is trying to adopt a cat. I'm hearing that someone here is like working with like a humane society or some sort of rescue and is trying to adopt a cat with this collective. And then someone here just purchased a fish. So you just got like a beta fish, I'm seeing. Like they're showing me like a beta fish. You just purchased a new fish. I know, really, really random. But someone here, yeah. That's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. If you know me, that's Spirit's message. That's the message was sent to, and that's it. They always finish it with that's it, that's all. So on that note, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this resonates with you. And I hope that you were able to find some guidance or validation from it. I'll see you next time. Bye.